Well, it's Halloween, and the Dodgers hope to get a treat, not a trick. What's up, everybody? I'm Jim Rodriguez, and welcome to the Friday, and welcome to Game 6 here on Dodgers Latest. So happy that you're a part of the community. So happy that you've welcomed us into your homes, into your mobile devices, into your time. I know it's very valuable. So for you to take these, 12, 15 minutes every day to hang out with us means the world to me, and we appreciate it. Of course, you can hit me up right there, J-Rod Show on X and on Instagram. And of course, you could always follow the channel here on Dodgers Latest. Hit the subscribe button, hit those 2 thumbs up button, like, subscribe, share. Let everybody know we're getting tremendous traction. Great numbers yesterday, thanks to you. Lots of comments. That's what we love the best about it. Lets us know what we're doing. Lets us know how you're feeling. We read them all. We respond all. Sometimes we read them on the air. We did yesterday. And of course, the subscriber count going through the roof. So we thank you for it. Let's keep it going. Remember, World Series tonight, Game 6. Tomorrow is a Game 7. Saturday, if necessary. And then that's it. But we're not going away. We'll be here all winter with free agent signings, winter meetings, trade rumors, everything till we get back started again in spring training. And already there are rumors about the Dodgers and possible free agencies and trades. So we'll get into all that starting next week. But tonight, it is Game 6. It's Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Kevin Gausman going at it. It's a rematch of Game 2. And for the Dodgers, I guess the best way they could describe Yamamoto is been there, done that, man, right? He's 5-1 in his career. Those are career numbers in the postseason with a 2.47 ERA. He's 3-1 this year in the postseason. ERA even lower, $1.50. And it's his 3rd World Series start. He is 2-0 career in the World Series. That's including the gem he pitched in Toronto in Game 2 with a sparkling ERA of 1.17. But if you're the Dodgers, despite everything that's been going wrong offensively and despite all kind of the bad vibes and getting on that plane from LA to Toronto, taking an overnight flight, the one thing that you're happy about is this is what you paid this guy all this money for. This is who you want starting this game, right? And there's a great story about Yamamoto. The year before he came to the Dodgers, in 2023, similar situation. He was pitching for the Oryx Buffaloes in Japan, and it was their version of the World Series for them, the Japan Series, and his team was down 3-2 to the Henshin Tigers. And it was Yamamoto who pitched Game 6, just like he did tonight, and he set a record, got the win, 138 pitches in that game, forced a Game 7, and the Dodgers hoping that's going to repeat itself tonight, as Yoshinobu Yamamoto has been brilliant. Had one clunker, and that was Game 3 of the division series against the Phillies this year, but still didn't affect that ERA that much, right? 1.57. Back-to-back complete games, Game 2 of the National League Championship Series, Game 2 of the World Series, and we talked about it yesterday. I don't see, if things go according to how they're supposed to go, I don't see anybody on that mound for the Dodgers other than Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Roki Sasaki. There is no other options, in my opinion. I think that in a perfect world, they can get 8 from Yamamoto, 1 from Sasaki, 7 or 2, even 6 from Yamamoto and 3 from Sasaki. I don't think anybody else is involved. I think if you see anybody else other than Yamamoto and Sasaki on the mound tonight, things have gone sideways for the Dodgers, and then it's all hands on deck to try to force that Game 7. But there is no other guy they'd want, in my opinion. He has been there. He's been pretty much injury-free all season. He has been the unquestioned ace of this team, probably going to finish 2nd or 3rd in the Cy Young Award race. Just the unquestioned ace of this team from the jump, and this is exactly the Dodgers would want to have on the mound to try to force a Game 7 and extend the 2025 season. Now, 6-7, right? 6-7. Everybody's talking. If you've got kids or you've got nieces and nephews, you know about 6-7, right? It got put in the dictionary officially. 6-7 means it's not 67. It's 6-7. It means this or that or options for you. But for the Dodgers, 6-7 is exactly what they want because they're trying to do something that's already been done before. It's not unprecedented to win games 6-7 on the road en route to a World Series? Well, it's been done, and it's been done recently, right? The 16 Cubs were down 3 games to 2 to the Cleveland Indians, went to Cleveland, won game 6 and 7. And then the Nationals in 2019 were down 3-2 to the Astros, went to Houston, won 6-7, and won World Championship there. Of course, the crazy thing about that 2019 World Series is that the road team won all 7 games. The home team got shut out. That had never been done before. So the Dodgers trying to do something that is hard, but not unprecedented, to win game 6-7 on the road and snatch defeat, or snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. And I'll tell you what, that Rogers Center crowd tonight is going to be bumping. I read that the get-in price for this game, I mean, it's probably one of the most important games in Canadian baseball history. Now, the Blue Jays have won a World Series before. It's been a generation. It's been 32 years. Remember, they were back-to-back champions in 92 and 93. But there's a whole generation and a half of Blue Jay fans who have not seen this team get to this level. It is the most expensive sports ticket in the history of Canadian sports. That's how impressive, and that's how everybody wants to get into this game tonight between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. So it has been done for the Dodgers. They're hoping history can repeat itself again for a team to go on the road and win games 6-7 on the road and go on and win the World Series. And for the Dodgers, winning on the road and winning the World Series on the road, that's what they do. Since they moved to Los Angeles, all the world championships that they've won have been away from Dodger Stadium, except for one. 1963, when they swept the Yankees at Dodger Stadium. Even in 2020, they were technically the home team, but the game was played in Arlington, Texas. That was the COVID World Series, so they've only been able to win a World Series once at Dodger Stadium, and they hope they keep that streak alive as they go to Rogers Center and try to take care of business and repeat to what the Cubs and the Nationals did not so far ago. So, air of optimism. That is what everyone's been saying. That's what everyone's been talking about in the Dodger clubhouse. And if you've seen the video, basically the Dodgers took a red-eye, an overnight flight after the game on Wednesday, got into Toronto in the wee smalls, and Dave Roberts set up basically a voluntary workout over at Rogers Center. And everybody showed up. Nobody skipped the voluntary workout. Now, some will tell you, well, that's what you expect, right? This is a business trip. There's no more, hey, let's go to Toronto, let's take the family, let's see this, let's see that. We've done that already. This is now time to get after it, right? Business is picking up, as the great Jim Ross would say. And so for the Dodgers, it's not surprising that everybody showed up, but it's how loose everybody was. There's that video that's going around. You can look it up at social media where Dave Roberts challenged his son Kim to a race around the bases. And Dave, as he hit second base, took a header and went face first into the ground. Everybody got a big laugh of it. Dave was a mess, dirt everywhere. But I think that's what's changed a little bit. I think they're taking a page out of Toronto's book, who, despite the injury to George Springer, despite losing that 18-inning marathon in Game 3, came out loose, ready to go. And I think that's what, for the first time, remember the pressure this team has been under, right? From day one, before they even got to spring training. Are you going to repeat? Are you going to repeat? You got to build the dynasty. 5 World Series is in 9 years, but you haven't repeated. Blah, 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 blah. That, whether they've admitted it or not, that stuff starts to weigh on you. And now, to be on the brink of elimination, they haven't been on the brink of elimination since the division series last year. Remember when they were down 2-1 to the Padres, and the Dodgers ripped off an impressive back-to-back wins, great pitching that bled into the league championship series, and then carried them all the way to the World Series and winning Game 5 at Yankee Stadium. So, but there is an air of optimism. Maybe they're loose. Maybe they've got nothing to lose at this point. When you've got nothing to lose, you relax a little bit. And with those, pedestrian batting averages that the Dodger lineup has got, thanks to some great pitching from the Blue Jays, I think maybe we'll see tonight. I was talking to some people. I don't think the Dodgers lose tonight, and that's not talking as a Dodger fan, and I am most definitely a Dodger fan. I just don't think they lose tonight. Game 7, that's a wild card. Anybody's game, guess there. No disrespect to Kevin Gossman, who pitched Game 2, 6 2/3, 3 runs, 4 hits, 6 Ks, gave up a couple of home runs to Will Smith and Max Muncy. No walks, though, but I think that's what you're going to get from Gossman. You're going to get about 6 innings, and it'll be interesting to see how John Schneider manages this game. Because obviously, you got one in the bank, right? If you can always win games, if you lose this, you got Game 7. Dodgers don't have that safety net. So does he try to air out the bullpen knowing you got a Game 7 tomorrow? That's going to be the question. And again, John Schneider hasn't been in this position. Dave Roberts has been in this position. So I think there's a little bit of an advantage for Dave Roberts just having been there. And unless this thing gets out of hand quick, I think the Dodgers win tonight, and I think we're going to have a Game 7, which then tells us who's on the mound, what's happening for a Game 7, if there is. Notice a little asterisk right there on Game 7. Well, it'll be Tyler Glasnow to start, and the Dodgers have already said that Shohei Ohtani will follow in relief. It'll be Glasnow and Ohtani in relief. Glasnow started that marathon game on Monday, that 18-inning game, went 4 2/3, 4 runs, gave up a home run to Alejandro Kirk. Ohtani lost Game 4 at Dodger Stadium, 6 innings, 4 earned, gave up a home run to Vladimir Guerrero. And it looks like it'll be Max Scherzer if there is a Game 7. He faced Glasnow in that marathon game on Monday at Dodger Stadium. He went 4 1/3, 3 earned, 5 hits, gave up home runs to Teoscar Hernandez and Shohei Ohtani. But before we get to Game 7, you got to win Game 6. Crowd is going to be thundering. All of Canada will be watching this. And by the way, it seems like everybody's been watching this. Record ratings, huge numbers for baseball. That's awesome. That's great to hear. As literally you have 2 countries riveted to this. Dodger lovers, Dodger haters, and all of Canada, it seems to be behind their sole major league team, the Toronto Blue Jays. So if there's a Game 7, Glasnow and Ohtani, but there is a Game 6, and it'll be Yamamoto and Gossman on the mound tonight. And like I say, I don't think there's anybody else the Dodgers would want on the mound. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Dodgers got out against Gossman early tonight. Dodgers put this away early and let Yamamoto ride it out. Hey, this is his last start of the year. You got all winter to rest. And again, if you see anybody other than Yamamoto or Sasaki on that mound tonight for the Dodgers, things have gone sideways. So will there be a Game 7? I think so. We're going to talk all about it. And again, starting Monday, we got off-season stuff to talk about. Thanks for hanging out with us here. We're not going anywhere after the World Series. I know you're going to watch tonight. I know you're going to watch tomorrow because there will be a Game 7. Hit me up right there on X and on Instagram at JRod Show. And, of course, like, subscribe, follow, share here on Dodgers Latest. We're ready to go. Game 6. Are you ready? Yeah, it's always time for World Series Dodger Baseball.